So I'll be speaking of Ndebele customs. Now, in the Ndebele culture, the customary position of women is regarded to as inferior or minor to men. So advancements in areas such as education, healthcare, and inheritance of property is diverted to men. This means that women do not have a direct relationship with the land, nor can they claim to it, except through their male relatives or husbands. Now let's talk about marriage. When marrying, lobola is paid. Now, lobola is a process whereby the man in the relationship pays his in-laws with cash or cows, whatever the in-laws want, in exchange for their daughter's hand in marriage. And as I've also mentioned previously, the Ndebele culture has a strong patriarchal attitude as the Ndebele communities practice polygamy. So it's okay for men to have many wives. It's okay. It's really okay. It's really okay for them to have many wives. The Ndebele culture also practices the rite of passage and initiation ceremonies, such as male initiation, to mark the childhood rite of passage. The Ndebeles also have a girl initiation procedure, in which isiketu is enunciated through beads and clothing, and this is done during puberty.
Mzilikazi, the Ndebele leader, was a Nguni military commander under Shaka. It is said to believe in 1823 he had a conflict with Shaka that he was forced to flee up north to Matabele land, today known as Zimbabwe. They settled in a second largest city in Zimbabwe called Bulawayo. In Bulawayo, Matabele are known as Proper Ndebele or Ndebele of Zimbabwe. Hello guys, my name is Sivile Lwazimpongoshe, and in this video we're going to be sharing with you a remarkable history of Ndebele culture. We're going to be starting with their origin, their beliefs, their norms, their values, their customs, their arts, and their symbols. Now to kickstart things off, let's look at where they come from. Where do Ndebele come from? Ndebele originate from the outshoot of the Natal in the early 19th century. Ndebele are the descendants of the Kumalo people, lived under the rule of Shaka. They got their name Ndebele because of their association with the Sotho people in the Transvaal region. Ndebele means the strangers of the coast. Ndebele had a leader, Mzilikazi, who was a commander in the military in the Nguni tribe under Chaka. It is said to believe that in 1823, Mzilikazi and Shaka had a conflict so much that Mzilikazi was forced to migrate, to flee to the...
Hello, my name is Visanani Natitingani, and I will be speaking about the Ndebele's arts and symbols. In the 18th century, the Ndebele people of South Africa created their own tradition and style of house painting. Until the late 1900s, the Ndebele people were very fierce workers and large landowners. In the autumn of 1883, the Ndebele people went to war with the neighboring Boer workers. The loss of war brought on a harsh life for the Ndebele people and also very severe punishments. Through those hard times, expressive symbols were generated by those who were grieving the loss of the fallen Ndebele soldiers. These symbols were the beginning of the African art known as the Ndebele house paintings. Over time, the colors and shape became a key aspect of the overall design. In the late 1960s, the new style was evident. What was once painted with fingers was now painted with brushes created by feathers and bundled twigs. The walls are still whitewashed, but the outlines and the colors are different from what they were before. The patterns and symbols can be seen with a rich black outline and a vivid color inside. The colors represented are red, yellow, sky blue, and sometimes pink. The colors give a symbolic, intensified meaning to the Ndebele culture. Apart from the Ndebele's house paintings, the culture also has a fertility doll incorporated to the art. The fertility doll is made by the grandmother for the bride. The maternal grandmother presents the fertility doll to the bride after the wedding ceremony. Custom has it, after the birth of the third child, the doll must be given away because keeping it any longer will bring bad luck to the family.
Good day, my name is Sibin Dumdum and I'll be talking about the rituals of the Ndebele society. A ritual is a religious or solemn ceremony consisting of a series of events which is performed according to a prescribed order. Initiation at puberty dominates ritual life in Ndebele society. Girls' initiation, which is known as Iqhude or Ukuthombisa, is organized on an individual basis, which means each and every homestead in the village organized Iqhude or Ukuthombisa per girl in the homestead. It entails the isolation of a girl after her second or third menstruation cycle, the initiation is prepared by the mother, and the week-long period of isolation ends over the weekend when as many as over 200 relatives, friends, and neighbors attend the coming out of the rituals. The families then choose to decide whether they can combine the ceremonies of the different girls or they can do it individually. The occasion is marked by the slaughtering of cows, goats, cooking and the drinking of traditional beer, which is known as Ndebele, song and dance, and large scale of presentation of gifts, which can be showed in the form of clothing and toiletries for the girls, are given by the mother and the father to the girl. In return to the initiates of the people who attended the ceremony, the mother presents large quantities of food, which can be bread and jam, to the attendants. The notion of reciprocity is prominent, and during the Iqhude, women sing, dance, and display traditional costumes as the men remain spatially isolated from the courtyard in front of the homestead.
Example, the Ndebele beliefs are centered on God and ancestral spirits. They believe that every ancestor's cause illness, misfortune, and death. They also believe that witches use ideology in case of jealousy towards achievers in the community. Traditional practitioners are known as mediators between the past and the present world and are still frequently consulted by the Ndebele people. No matter how old a male can be, they are still regarded as a boy if they have not been to the male initiation. Ancestors are believed to constitute an invisible community amongst the community of the living, always around them, caring for them, and participating in their joys and sorrows. And lastly, they believe that death is a passage from one life to the next. So upon death of the body, the soul comes back to earth in another body or form. Thank you.
ABC 131 students, I'm Eustace Van Wyk, and this segment of the assignment will be looking at the values of the Ndebele people. Now firstly, let's look at what the term values means. According to Professor Tswela from the University of KwaZulu-Natal, 2007, values stem from long-lasting firm beliefs about what is important to people. Values then become standards by which people structure their lives, therefore influencing the choices that they make. Beliefs will then develop into a value when the individual's commitment to it grows and they see it as important. Values may include concepts such as religion, loyalty, honesty, amongst other things. This is very, very true for the Ndebele people, as they have strong beliefs and values rooted in polygamy, respect, patriarchy, ancestral guidance, as well as tradition. For example, the initiation of boys and girls during puberty stage, where their culture, traditions, and values, including Ndebele history, will be instilled in them. This knowledge gets passed on from one generation of initiates to the next, ensuring knowledge is maintained. The Ndebele ancestral beliefs are very strong. Their ancestral spirits are important in Ndebele religious life. Offerings and sacrifices are made to the ancestors for protection, good health, and happiness on a yearly basis. Strong patriarchal practices are evident in the Ndebele communities, as many of these communities practice polygamy and women practice respect. The role of a Ndebele wife is to respect and care for her husband, but especially her aging in-laws, and instill the values of tradition and culture in the children. Thank you very much.